With the Image Analyst extension, you can visualize imagery in its native coordinate system without introducing resampling or distortion into the imagery using image space. Here we're looking at two different map views with the same image of Itahanga, a neighborhood in the west of Rio de Janeiro. And as you can see, the image was not captured by a sensor that was looking directly down at the scene, so it's not a nadir image. Because we're forcing the image to fit to a map coordinate system, resampling and distortion have made it difficult to visually interpret what we're seeing. So if I zoom into this area, I can see there is some terrain in the region, but it's difficult for me to understand the height differences we're dealing with, or the way surrounding features are oriented with respect to the landscape. If I add my navigator, I can see that north is pointing up, and we're forcing the image to fit to that constraint. Now, because I have the Image Analyst extension licensed for ArcGIS Pro, I have the option to display my imagery in the image coordinate system instead of forcing my image into the map coordinate system. So I'll activate this map view on the right and change the contents list view to the list by perspective imagery option. This option lists any imagery that can be displayed in image coordinate space under the focusable images heading, and all other layers are listed under others. If we select the icon next to our image, we set it as the focusable image and see the imagery from the perspective of the sensor. Here you'll notice the navigator no longer shows north pointing up, and we no longer see distortion or resampling of the image because it's not being forced into a map coordinate system. We get a better understanding of the terrain, of how features on the ground are laid out, why the shadows are falling where they're falling, and we can see the metadata of the imagery and camera model in a window in the upper right of the display. In addition to visualization, you can perform vertical measurements and feature editing in the image coordinate system. In this project, again, we're looking at two different map views of the same image. On the left, the image is in map coordinate space, and on the right, we've set the image as the focusable image to view it in image space. We can create features in the image coordinate space by simply adding a feature class to our contents pane and starting the editing process, just like when you're editing in typical map coordinate space. I can create points on top of airplanes, or I could even draw polygons to digitize buildings. You can measure the height of vertical features in image space either by measuring the feature from bottom to top or by utilizing the shadow. Here we'll do a quick measurement of this building from the base of the building to the top of the building. Measuring around 57 meters. In some cases, though, you can't see the bottom of the building because it's obscured by trees or other objects, and so you can measure from the top of the building to the top of the shadow height to give you an estimate of building height of 57 meters. As you saw in this video, you can visualize imagery without resampling or distortion and generate features directly in image coordinate space by using the List by Perspective Imagery option in the Contents pane and selecting an image with a camera model as the focusable image. All of this is available with an Image Analyst extension license in ArcGIS Pro.